So I want to talk about this whole this whole Quinn Hughes, Cale Makar, what do you call it? Debate discussion. You guys, they're always going to be linked. They're always going to be linked because even though they were drafted 1 year apart, even though they are 1 year apart, you actually have they actually started in the same year because even though Cale Makar was drafted a year earlier, he waited to get to the NHL. So him and Quinn had the same rookie season 4 seasons ago, 5 seasons ago, actually. Now, I guess you call it 2019 to 2020. So let's talk about the profile of each player. And then, yeah, you can keep voting. And then I'll make sure that I spend a lot of time giving you your chance to say. And basically, you can put it in the chat right now, but I'm not going to highlight any of them unless you tag it with a donation. And then after the mid-show sponsor read, then I'll get it. I'll get your comment on it for sure. So in 2017, Cale Makar was picked 4th overall, 1 spot ahead of Quinn Hughes. And that was Nolan Patrick, Nico Hischier, Miro Heiskanen, Cale Makar, and then Elias Pettersson. Of course, it would be fascinating if Makar was available at 5. I think if Makar was available at 5, the Canucks would have taken him. I really do. But of course, the debate in this market has been PD versus Cody Glass, Trevor Linden's guy versus Jim Benning's guy, whatever. We don't have to rehash that right now. But the fact is, Cale Makar went 4th to the Colorado Avalanche, and then Elias Pettersson went 5th to the Vancouver Canucks. Cale Makar listed at 5'11", 187, and born October 30th, 1998, from Calgary, Alberta. Quinn Hughes, drafted the next year, 3 spots lower at number 7. Remember, Zadina went 6 to Detroit, thank goodness. So Quinn Hughes fell in our lap, literally fell into our lap, and he's 5'10", 180, as opposed to Makar, 5'11", 187, and he was born October 99. So he's exactly 1 year younger than Cale Makar. And whereas Makar is Canadian from Alberta, Quinn Hughes is from Orlando, Florida. So they are 1 year apart. They're similar in size. Makar, according to the stats, is 1 inch taller and 7 to 10 pounds heavier. And we don't have to rehash just how good both of these players are. These players are amazing. We know how good Quinn Hughes is. His edge work, his skating, his passing, his vision, his hockey IQ, and what we've seen this year is a wicked shot, a wrist shot, slap shot, snap shot, all 3 types, and he already has 8 goals on the season. So that is pretty cool. And we've watched right before our very eyes just how good Quinn is. And he's been awesome. And we've wanted Quinn to be this good. We knew he could be this good ever since we drafted him. Now, I don't know how many of you watch a lot of Cale Makar. And you may watch him a lot. You may only see highlights, or you may have never ever seen him play. Cale Makar does almost everything Quinn. I'm not going to say better than Quinn Hughes, but he can do everything that Quinn can do. He's I'd say his skating is amazing too. I'd say Makar has faster A to B skating, whereas Hughes is a tiny bit shiftier, but Hughes can skate fast, and Makar certainly is very shifty. Makar is a right shot D-man, whereas Quinn Hughes is a left shot D-man. So if you're talking about value, that's where Cale Makar's value is so high. And he's got amazing offensive ability, Cale Makar does, to go with the skating. He also, like Quinn, has got a tremendous hockey IQ. His vision is outstanding, and he anticipates plays so well. So I'm not saying him and Quinn are the exact same player, because they're not the same size. They shoot different hands, but they share a lot of similar abilities in that you see in also Dahlin, who's a little bit maybe nasty. You see in Miro Heiskanen is this, as many of you said, this evolution of defensemen. And all these valuable defensemen, the ones winning the Norris trophies now, as in Makar and Fox, they are puck-moving defensemen. They are great skaters. They control the play, and they always seem to have the puck on their stick. Up until this season, Cale Makar does have the better resume. And remember, I said that even though Makar got drafted in 17 and he was drafted 18, their rookie season was both 19-20. And in that year, they were both awesome. And Cale Makar won the Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year, and Quinn Hughes came in second. So already the rivalry or the debate began. And Cale Makar he got 116 first place votes and 54 second place votes. So everyone who voted for him gave him first or second. Quinn Hughes only got first, second, and third votes. He got 53 first place as opposed to Makar's 116, got 111 second place, and then 6 third place votes. So of the 170 voters, all of them gave Makar either first or second, and all of them gave Hughes either first, second, or third. And they ran away with it. Dominic Kubalik, by the way, was number 3, and Adam Fox was actually number 4. And Ethan Bear came in 10th, actually, that year. Bear came 10th in rookie voting. So for the Calder Trophy, Cale Makar won, and he basically beat Hughes by a 2-1 margin when it came to first place votes. But already an amazing start to the season to their careers for both of them. Since then, Makar has had the better resume. So in his 4 seasons, he had 50, 44, 86, and 66 points. So coming into this season, he had 246 points in 238 games, 246 in 238. So more than a point per game player. And also Makar, listen to what he's done in the NHL. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2020, the All-Rookie team in 2020, of course. First All-Star team in then the next 2 years, 2021 and 2022. Second All-Star team in 2023. All-Star game 22 and 23. He won the Norris Trophy for Defenseman of the Year in 2022. He won the Conn Smythe Trophy for Stanley Cup MVP in 2022. And of course, the Avs won the Stanley Cup in 2022 as well. And he was on EA Sports NHL in 2024. But so that 2022 year where he won the Norris Trophy, he had 86 points in 77 games. 86 points in 77 games. Quinn Hughes trophy case isn't as big. And Quinn Hughes, his stats have been 53, 41, 68, 76. So coming into this season, he had 241 points in 283 games. So about 30 fewer points in 20 more games. So he was about a 0.8 points per game player. And then his awards, he was the all-rookie team in 2020, right? The same one that Makar was in, second in Calder Trophy voting. And he made the All-Star game in 2020. And that's it. That's it. No, obviously, other hardware for no all-star teams for Quinn Hughes just yet. So I don't think there's a debate that coming into this season, we would say that Makar was better, more valuable than Quinn Hughes, at least when it came to pedigree, awards, Stanley Cup champion, all those things. Maybe, of course, you got to remember that actually, Taylor, I didn't even see this until right now, and that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Obviously, the Colorado Avalanche have been a lot stronger team than the Vancouver Canucks over the past 4 seasons. So if you reverse it and if you put Hughes on the Avalanche and Makar on the Canucks, then maybe we're talking about this exact same thing, but you reverse the names. Maybe Hughes has all those accolades and maybe Makar doesn't. So Taylor, I hear what you're saying, and I know a lot of Canucks fans are ferociously loyal to Quinn, but I don't think that you can discount. You can't say that Makar only has all those accolades, only has only won all those awards and whatever because of his teammates. Yes, they're a better team, but that's almost. I'm not saying you're doing this, Taylor, but that's almost discrediting Cale Makar. And I'm not calling anyone out in particular. I'm challenging you, and I'm asking you guys that are in here, have you ever actually seen Cale Makar play? Have you ever watched a game and paid attention to him? And have you ever watched any of his highlight packs? Just wondering. I'm not judging. I don't judge. I don't do that. And yes, MC is saying both are great. Why need to pick? Well, technically we don't get to pick because we only get one of them on our team. But that's what makes these shows go. That's what makes being a sports fan so fun, is you get to defend and advocate for the players that you like. Usually it's the players in your team. So I'm not saying no one has to pick, but I do think it makes for some really, really great discussion. Now, finally, we go to this season, and you might say, "Oh, that's fine, Clay. All that's fine and dandy," but Quinn Hughes is way ahead of Cale Makar this year. Quinn Hughes is leading the league in scoring. Quinn Hughes is being way better than Cale Makar this season. Well, I like to think that, but then when you look at it, and Justin kind of hinted at it, when you go deep down in the stats, guess what? Cale Makar has played just as well as Quinn Hughes. Because look at this, you guys. I'm going to show you the stats right now on my screen. You guys are probably saying, Clay, why are you hating on Quinn Hughes? I'm not hating on Quinn Hughes. I love Quinn Hughes. He's my favorite player right now. But I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can so we can have a nice little discussion. So yes, Quinn Hughes is leading the league with 30 points in 19 games. Awesome. And he's been great. But Cale Makar is actually only 3 points behind with 2 games in hand. So his points per game is in essence exactly the same as Quinn Hughes, 1.59 to 1.58. And you can see they're similar in plus minus. They're similar in penalty minutes. They're not identical, but they're give or take. And then, power play points, even points. Makar has 3 shorthanded points, whereas Hughes rarely kills penalties. And then Quinn Hughes got the better shooting percentage. So all I'm saying is, yes, I think so far, Quinn Hughes has had the better season and the more noteworthy season. But without putting, and that's a fair point, without making this Quinn versus Cale, you could argue that Makar has had the 4 better seasons prior to this. And if Hughes has a better season than Makar, that's awesome. That means we're talking about them in the same breath. Especially if Hughes wins the Norris over Makar as the best defenseman in the league, then we're saying that Hughes has reached Makar's status. But in my heart of hearts, I don't think you can say that Hughes has surpassed Makar, because when you look at their stats for this season, they're virtually even. And then Makar has had the advantage for the previous 4 seasons. But the people have spoken, and you have spoken overwhelmingly for Quinn. I said, who would you rather have on your team? And 86% of you are saying Quinn, and only 13% of you are saying Cale. And that is fair. That is why I wanted to. That's because I want to bring that up. And Taylor, great point. People that always go to who's won the most cups, myopic view, and I'll never debate with you because you won't be logical to me. It's useless to even talk with someone like that. Cups does cement some part of legacy. Yes, I agree with you, Taylor. I would never say who's the better player based on cups, because that's obviously goes by the team that you play with and your teammates and your all those things. Of course. But no, full stop, period. No, but with this particular debate, though, or discussion, it's more than simply Stanley Cups, in my humble opinion.